24 hours, 24 ঘন্টা আমাদের সবাইকার আছে দিনে। And it's up to us how we use that time. ঘুমিয়ে কাটাবো না টিভি দিয়ে কাটাবো না ক্রিকেট দিয়ে কাটাবো? ক্রিকেট দেখছি আমরা, কারা আমাদেরকে মনিটাইজ করছে? টাকা হচ্ছে কার? Those guys are making money, millions and millions of dollars. Why? Because we are watching it. Why shouldn't they watch us? Why shouldn't we be on TV? আমি টিভি দেখি না। Let me ask you a question. কতজন ফেরারির অ্যাড দেখেছো টিভিতে? রাইট? দেখায় না কেন? যারা ফেরারি কিনতে পারবে তারা টিভি দেখছে না বসে, রাইট? সুতরাং কিছু করতে হবে লাইফটাকে নিয়ে, কিছু করতে হবে। We have to make some bold decisions, right? We got to make our country proud, and that's what I'm here for. So 24 hours in a day, it's in your hands. আনন্দ করো, it's time to have fun. I'm not saying don't have fun, but time yourself. কতটা আনন্দ করবো, কতটা productively use করবো। Actually, I'll be honest with you, I'm having a lot of fun being here. What I do all day long, I'm playing, I'm not working. কেন জানো? Because my passion is aligned with my profession. বুঝতে পারছো? প্রত্যেকের আমাদের একটা সাইকোফিজিক্যাল নেচার আছে, সাইকোলজিক্যাল অ্যান্ড ফিজিক্যাল নেচার। এটা গীতায় বলছে, আমি বলছি না। অ্যান্ড অ্যাকর্ডিং টু সাইকোফিজিক্যাল নেচার উই হ্যাভ দ্য ব্রাহ্মণ, ক্ষত্রিয়, বৈশ্য, শূদ্র। দ্যাট ইজ নট বাই বার্থ, জন্ম থেকে নয়। কৃষ্ণ বলছে ভাগবত গীতায়, চাতুর্বর্ণম মায়া সৃষ্টম গুণা কর্ম বিভাগসা, যেটা মানে হলো যে বাই গুণ আর কর্ম, তার মাধ্যমে তোমাদের কি অকুপেশন তোমরা সেটা চুজ করো। সবাইকে ইঞ্জিনিয়ার হতে হবে, ডাক্তার হবে, তার কোনো মানে নেই। কেউ ভালো আর্টিস্ট হতে পারে, কেউ ভালো নাচতেও পারে, কেউ ভালো অ্যাক্টরও হতে পারে, কেউ ভালো এন্টারপ্রেনার হতে পারে। ইটস বাই ইয়োর karma and activity and your gifts, right? Psychophysical nature. Because I'm not used to taking breaks. I don't like breaks. I'm working all the time because I am having fun. I love what I do. So that's the kind of life you want. যারা বেশিরভাগ সময় কি হয়, লোকে আনঅ্যালাইন্ড যখন হয়ে যায়, যে প্যাশন একদিকে আর প্রফেশন আরেকদিকে, লোকে এরকম করে লিফট থেকে বেরোয়, বসটাকে না মনে হয় এত গুলি করে মেরে দিই, রাইট? এই জবটা আর পারছি না, একটা অন্য জায়গায় জব দেখতে হবে, ভাল লাগছে না। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য কাইন্ড অফ ফ্রাস্ট্রেশন পিপল হ্যাভ। দে ড্রিম অ্যাবাউট কিলিং দেয়ার বস, যে একদিন বাসের তলায় পড়বে। It happens. It's a truthful statement. I know this for a fact. Many of friends, many professors also told me that. But this is the fact of life, and that's what happens. You live a life that is dead. Yes, 24. Thank you very much. So here is Martin Luther King, brilliant person who's also inspired by Bhagavad Gita, by the way. He says, if a man has not discovered something that he will die for, he isn't fit to live. Bold statement, very bold statement. If you've not found something to die for, you have nothing to live for. Because your life is without passion, without agun. আগুন জ্বলবে তো ভেতরে, কিছু করতে হবে, স্কার দেখানো হয়, রাইট? সে আগুনটা যদি না থাকে, হাউ আর উই ডিফারেন্ট ফ্রম অ্যানিমালস? পশুরাও সারাক্ষণ খাওয়ার কথা ভাবে, ঘুমানোর কথা ভাবে, একটু এন্টারটেনমেন্টের ভাবে। আমরা যদি পশুদের মতন হয়ে যায়, কী করে হবে? ইউ হ্যাভ টু মেক আ বেটার ওয়ার্ল্ড ফর দ্য পশুস, রাইট? সো stand up for your true calling. লোকে বলবে, পাগল, মাথা খারাপ, কী করছিস, এত বড় বড় জিনিস, সবাই আম্বানি হয় না, সবাই টাটা হয় না। ইটস ওকে, লোকে বলুক। But the biggest, boldest step is to stand up for what you believe in. Standing up for what you believe in is what takes the next step, which is acting on it. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, it is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than another's duty perfectly. For example, let's say you're a startup entrepreneur. Because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm going to use that. You're a startup entrepreneur, and your business doesn't go so well. কি হবে? লোকে একটু হাসবে, চিটকিরি করবে, ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু at least you're doing what you love to do. You'll have the ability to stand up and keep going forward, even after you've failed and fumbled. Because you're doing something you love to do. Failure and success won't affect you, right? But if you're doing somebody else's job, you're meant to be a teacher, but you're doing something marketing. It's not your thing, not your cup of tea. Whether you succeed or fail, you're not fulfilled inside. You're unhappy. কি করছি? ভাল লাগে না এটা করতে. Let me find that one Sunday that I get to do my passion. Why not do your passion every day of the week? Right? So activated by passion. Very important. Because when you're passionate, you're giving 110%. আমি যেন বলছি, আমার কাছে খেলা. I'm doing my profession as a game. Because I love doing it. I love to see the numbers go up in the bank account. It's a game for me. Like, what do you call it? In video games, you have the scores, right? So bank account is my score. Right? So I'm passionate about entrepreneurship. And not only I do it, and do it well, I inspire others to also do it. Like what I'm doing right now with you. Right? But passion without compassion is heartless. It's hollow. It's empty. You got to have a purpose in life. Compassion মানে আমার কাছে আমি বলবো entrepreneurship কি আমি লোককে খুশি করতে খুব ভালোবাসি when I see people smile that's my success আমি তাদেরকে হাসি দিতে পারি with a hardware technology with an iOS speaker with food end goal is I want to see people smile লোকে কষ্ট পাচ্ছে every day people are struggling every day if I can make their lives a little easier if I can make their lives a little better if they can give them technology that makes them more productive that they can spend more time with their family that is my success that is my compassion that's what I'm driven by empowered by compassion to serve a larger cause right very important for entrepreneurship if you don't have that ki hoy entrepreneurship is tough job যেমন একটা পেলে ঠিক আছে বস দুটো ধমক মারলো একটু কাঁদলে হয়ে গেল but entrepreneurship মানে সব কিছু তোমার ঘাড়ে you're the boss right এবার লোকে বলবে আইডিয়াটা ভালো না কেন টাকা দেবো ওইটা খারাপ ব্যারিয়ার টু এন্ট্রি নেই এই তাই ওই ইনভেস্টারটা ঝাড়বে রাইট বাবা মা তো বিশ্বাস করছে না বন্ধুরা তো বলছে মাথা খারাপ সো টু গো থ্রু দ্যাট স্ট্রাগল অ্যান্ড হার্ড ওয়ার্ক অ্যান্ড টু ফেল মাল্টিপল টাইমস ইউ গট টু হ্যাভ আ হায়ার পারপাস ইউ গট টু সি সামথিং দ্যাট ইউর আদার ফ্রেন্ডস আর নট এবল টু সি অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ইজ ড্রাইভিং ইউ গোয়িং ফরওয়ার্ড I would love to see Kolkata as the hub for Indian startups and Indian innovation and the prime financial capital of India. And you know what? Laugh at me today as much as you like, but it's going to happen if we all put our hands together. Bengali, we have got all the Nobel Prizes practically. You look at our national poet, he's a Bengali. In fact, he's the national poet of two countries, Bangladesh and India, right? All the glories have come from Bengal only. Sonar Bangla. Amar Sonar Bangla. Why? Because it's a rich place. It used to be a rich place. Ibn Battuta, he wrote, 600 years ago about Bengal only, how rich the place is, how much jewelry people have, how much crops we have, right? So where has that all gone? We've been looted for 1,000 years. Okay, great. Stop whining and complaining. We still have the brains, we still have the genes. Let's make Bengal great again. I'm not repeating Trump, don't worry. But you know what? We need to do it. We can only do it. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power and magic in it. Begin it now. Aajke karo. Kal na, porshu na, 10 din por na. Aajke karo. If you have a dream and you have a vision, you want to do it, ask Mr. Banerjee. He's an entrepreneur. I really feel inspired by him, his enthusiasm and passion. And the thing about him is, chal korte hobe, let's do it. That's his nature. And that's what every entrepreneur should be like. You have an idea, let's get started right now. Why should I wait for tomorrow? Who knows if I will live tomorrow? My brother died at 26, didn't wake up in the morning. When I was in 5th grade, I read about Alexander the Great. And I was like, wow, 33 years he lived and he ruled the whole planet practically, the known world from Greece to India. What a guy. I can die any day. Let me start early. So I wrote a letter to Bill Gates. Class 18. Oi theke shuru. Right? We can die any moment. So why wait for tomorrow? Who has seen? Ke boleche je amra 100 bochor obdi bachbo? No one, right? So this is my formula. Think big, really big. Start small, grow slow so that you can make all the mistakes, learn from it, and then grow really fast. That's when you need the venture capitalists, Calcutta Angels, Kolkata Ventures. We can all come and help you, right? Kolkata Ventures, we help you from very beginning. When you have the big idea, from there on we educate you and give you network and all the resources to go forward, right? But you got to start at a small level. Steve Jobs, 70s বলেছিল কম্পিউটার হবে একটা স্ক্রিন, টাচ স্ক্রিন, যেখানে একটা বাটন থাকবে। iPad এলো 2007-এ 30 বছর ওয়েট করে, right? He thought really big, but he started small, then he grew really fast. Apple is a $500 billion company now. So this is from entrepreneurship, lean startup methodology, Stanford University, but it also applies to our life. No matter what you do, I'm not saying everybody has to be an entrepreneur. সবাই businessman হবে না, but যাই করো লাইফে, there is this build, test, learn cycle. You build something small. বড় idea আছে, but you start small, right? It's called a minimum viable product. You show it to the market. যাদের জন্য বানাচ্ছো, right? Tell them, what do you think? Look at their eyes. লোকে মুখে অনেক কথা বলে, চোখটা দেখতে হয়। চোখে কি বলছে, right? If they're really excited, find out what they're excited about and what they don't like. From your learning, go and build again. Build, test, learn. Build, test, learn. That's how you build products and solutions. As engineers, most of you engineers? How many engineers in the room? All of it. So engineers are problem solvers. So are entrepreneurs. So when you solve a problem, you start with a prototype, right? ছোট prototype দিয়ে শুরু করা হয়, দেখি এটা চলছে কিনা ছোট লেভেলে। এটা গাড়ি বানাবে, গাড়ি বানানোর আগে ছোট্ট একটা remote control গাড়ি বানাবে। Okay, let's see if it works on a small level. Okay, great. On a big level, you guys made a bridge today, right? It's a small bridge. Tomorrow you'll be building a big bridge, maybe across Ganga, maybe across Damodar River, who knows, right? But the same principles apply this, same principles of physics that apply there. So you start small, you grow slow, and then you grow really fast. And I'll end with this slide. You see this? When we are startups or small people, which we all are, right? Need is to always team up. যখন আমরা একসঙ্গে থাকি, যখন আমরা নেটওয়ার্ক করি, together we are big. Individually we are really nothing. এই মাছগুলো, একটা মাছ যদি বেরিয়ে যায়, ওই শাকটা কি করবে? খাপ করে ধরবে, খেয়ে নেবে। কিন্তু একসঙ্গে যখন আছে, they are strong. So those are the Amazons and the Facebooks and the Apples of the world. And these are the startup guys. When we stay together, we grow together, people cannot cheat us. People cannot make a fool of us. People cannot ignore us because strong we are together. Because we have made some bold choices. So be bold and make an impact. And I'm Avella Roy. That's the Kolkata Ventures website as well as AvellaRoy.com. In AvellaRoy.com, I write blogs and have some videos of things I've learned the hard way. So you don't have to go through struggles. You can save your time and you can learn from my mistakes and make yourself more successful than I can ever be, right? I'm very much accessible on Facebook, like he said. I'm one of the top 35 people in the country, followed for startups and entrepreneurships. So if you message me on Facebook, I'll immediately respond. If you email me, I cannot promise I get hundreds of emails a day, but definitely follow me on Facebook, reach out to me on Twitter. I'm very much a social media person. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Banerjee, for inviting me, and thank you, the professors over here. Yeah.
Thank you for this lovely presentation. It is truly inspiring for not only for the young students, but I think for everyone in this room, even the people on the other side of 40. Now, I have a question. As I said, your story is really inspirational. So who has been your inspiration in life?
Sure. So like I said, I started the presentation with Sarojini Naidu, my great-great-grandmother. She has been a huge inspiration, so has my mother. Somehow I've been inspired by women in my family. My mother's been a social worker from very childhood. I've seen her helping the poor and the needy, and she's also been in politics. So I've seen her being very tactful in how she works, with people. So I've learned people skills from her. So she's been a big inspiration. And the reason why I dared to start at 19, because I've seen my mother dare to do a lot of things when the Communist Party was in power, and we were not, and my house has been broken down, my car has been burned. As a child, I had to literally have bodyguards to go to school because, it was a very scary situation. And in that, I've seen my mother put, really bad people behind bars, being a woman. So she has always been that gutsy person that I've seen and looked up to and learned that, what, if she can do it, I can also do it. So she's been a big inspiration, being bold.
Thank you. And one more question. Mr. Kanoria as well as you, you have a similar venture. So in what ways is it similar and in what ways you're different?
We're actually different, very different. Kolkata Ventures is an Indo-US collaboration. So half the board is from Chicago, half the board is from Kolkata. And we are all self-made millionaires.
Okay.
So we started from zero, so wherever we all are, we have made it to where you want to be, right? And so they have all dedicated hours to mentor these startups, seed fund them. We don't invest in the crores, we give between 25,000 and 25 lakhs. And we incubate them virtually as well as in the real world. We have educational programs certified by IIT Kharagpur and Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. And we give you a network, the network that I have and the board members have. You have access to all of that. So anything you need, we provide you in terms of network. And also, because we have 240 startups from East India, we get huge bulk discounts from lawyers, accountants, designers, developers, you name it, we have it. So being part of Kolkata Ventures, you get deep discounts or sometimes free work for things that incorporating a company or things, the basic needs of starting a startup. That's what we do.
Thank you. And one last question: how do we buy your appointment? How do we buy your appointment?
Go to kolkataventures.com. On the contact page, there's a way to get my appointment. Just fill out the form. You'll get a response in 24 hours.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a nice day.
Any other questions?
If I want to be an entrepreneur in my business, so is it very important to taking the enough knowledge which will be my product?
No. I'll tell you a story. So part of Startup America, when I was going to a high school, they gave me a sticker. These kids, high school students, they gave me a sticker that says entrepreneur, cannot spell it, be one and hire someone who can. মানে হলো তুমি যেটা পারো না তুমি দুটো তিনটে জিনিসে ভালো, but what you don't know, get those people on board, build a team. You might be good at engineering, somebody might be good at marketing, somebody might be good at finances. So whatever you don't know, get those people on board. Get advisors and mentors. You have world-class professors here. You have industry experts, right? Get those guys to be your mentor. So what you don't know, you learn from others or let them execute on that. All my employees almost are always been older than me because they're experts and I'm not. I just have a vision and an idea and I motivate them to work for me.